Even here on It Came From China, we take dental hygiene very seriously. So should you buy this Seago electric sonic pulse toothbrush? Let's have a look. Now, I've owned a number of these sonic electric toothbrushes over the years. I've had different ones from different manufacturers. My favorite have been these ones from Philips, the Sonicare range, and there's a few different items in the range and obviously a few different price points as well. Generally, these are fantastic toothbrushes. I find nothing cleans my teeth quite like these. Of course, there's a head that goes on top. You don't use the spike as is. I've just left that in the bathroom. However, the problems I've had with these Sonicares are, first of all, they're a little expensive, not terribly so, especially if you're getting a lifetime of use out of them. But the problem is that they corrode, and I've ended up with a number of these that I've pulled apart because they've stopped working. I've tried to clean the corrosion, and it hasn't helped. So despite the fact that these are toothbrushes for the bathroom, they're not properly sealed at the top. Water does get in the bottom. And I'm looking at a solution for that. I've still got another one here, but I'm looking for another solution for that, and that's why I've pulled these apart, and of course also to dispose of the batteries appropriately as well. However, these are about $50 on AliExpress, and you can buy them straight as is without any retail packaging, anything like that. So they're probably factory overrun, something along those lines. And like I said, I'm very happy with the quality of these, except for the fact that they corrode after about a year and a half or so. Water gets in. So there's probably a way to seal this. But nevertheless, I decided to try out another one of these from AliExpress, a different brand altogether. Now, this particular one calls itself the Seago or Seago. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce this. Seago. I'm guessing it's Seago. And curiously enough, I happened to see these exactly yesterday on AliExpress with a totally different brand name on altogether. Exactly the same brush, same packaging, same everything, except that the logo was quite literally a different company logo on. Now, I didn't order it. Maybe it will be the same when it arrives. Sometimes that happens on AliExpress. They just Photoshop the images. This supposedly is linked to Xiaomi or Xiaomi, however you say it, their electronics company. So supposedly this is a subdivision, something like that. But anyway, I decided to give this a go. I read quite detailed reviews. And it seemed like this is actually a gift for somebody else in the family who struggles a little bit with their teeth and found this one a little bit too strong. And it seemed like from the reviews that this was a pretty good brush overall, but that it was a little bit gentler and not quite as strong. Now, for me, I want a stronger clean, so we're going to stick with my Philips. But I decided to give this a go, order it, and I'm going to give it on to them as a gift. But I decided to use it first myself, just for a couple of brushes, so that I could give you a decent review. So let's have a look at the overall packaging. Now, there is a black and a white version of this. The black one's got a nice little gold emblem on the start button, but overall black. We'll see it in a moment. And decent English on the box. Everything's understandable. There's some various ISO certifications on there. It tells you around the strokes per minute and the smart timer and the modes and whatever. There's waterproof rating of IPX6, which I did some Googling on. It means it can get some light splashes. You're not going to be able to submerge this or anything. It's a bit strange for a bathroom device, but heck, we've had worse problems with the Sonicare. Curiously enough, it doesn't have a wall charger. It only comes with a USB interface. So we'll see that in terms of what's inside. There are 5 different brush modes: white, clean, sensitive, etc., etc. I don't tend to use those, so I tend to go with the basic item. So let's have a look in terms of the packaging. Now, there's instructions here. Everything's in English, which is great. In fact, there's only English, which is uncommon for a product from China. As you might know, if you've bought before, there's no English and Chinese or anything like that. And the English seems to be pretty decent. Wet the brush head with water and add toothpaste. Press the power button to activate, etc., etc. So not too much Chinglish on that. And in terms of the overall packaging, I've opened this up just to be able to use it to give you a decent review, but everything comes individually packed. There's a few things inside here. There is the actual toothbrush itself with a single head on. The way you put these on is you rotate them ever so slightly to kind of unlock the item and put it on and off. And it's got, of course, a little cover on here as well. It's got multi-colors on the head. There's various blues and greens and so on. I don't know if one of these is a marker to show you when your time to change is up, but anyway. It does come with 2 other heads as well, with the branding on and so on. So good to know, and they're all the same size. I know the Philips Sonicare have small and large heads. We'll talk about that in a moment. And then the final item here is, I'm guessing, the USB cable, which it is. Yeah, Now, I didn't open that up because I have multiple USB cables lying around, and this one charges directly via USB. The way you actually charge it is the base of the item comes off, and there's a little finger grip. You can actually, I guess, open it anyway. I'm getting my fingernail in elsewhere. But you basically just pop that bottom off. Seems to be quite nicely sealed, but it's probably the one place you'd worry about the most. And inside here, you can go ahead and pop in a standard micro USB charger. Now, voltage-wise, it's a 1 watt device, so you might want to be a little bit careful if you've got too strong a charger, but typically these things will step up and will step down if you've got a more powerful one and be able to charge the device without too much trouble. Now, I've seen reviews on YouTube of electric toothbrushes, and sometimes the people will actually brush their teeth on the channel, and there's goo and gunk and saliva coming out all over. I'm going to save you viewers the pleasure of seeing saliva dripping out of my mouth, and I'm hoping that alone will make you feel that this video has been higher quality. But I'm going to definitely save you all of that, save us all the displeasure of watching me brush my teeth. What I will do though is I'll go ahead and turn the item on, and we'll cycle through the different modes. You can hear the noise, you can see the vibrations, you might even be able to see the top of the brush actually vibrating there. So there's a massage, polish, clean, sensitive, etc. mode. Now it's very easy to move it from mode to mode, and if you put the device off, it does remember what mode it's on. But curiously enough, it's hard to actually turn it off when it's on a particular mode. Seems like you need to push quite firmly for a few seconds to push it off. If you just push that power button, it just cycles up and down. So that's a little annoying. But anyway, more importantly, I guess, is the overall feel and brush and cleanliness. Now I'm going to put both of these on one at a time, and you can hear a bit of a difference in the clean. First, the Sonicare. It's got quite a loud noise and a loud vibration, obviously, if I put it onto a surface. The Seago again, and let's put it onto the highest setting, the white setting. A lot more of a buzz. It sounds a little bit more like a mosquito, but generally a little bit quieter altogether. There seems to be a bit of rubber, in fact, on the bottom, so it doesn't vibrate the table all that much. I had to kind of put it on its side to get a bit of a vibration, but a little bit quieter, albeit that it sounds a bit like a mosquito. So you might find that noise a little bit of a pain. The overall head is a little smaller than the Sonicare, so that means that it's a little bit more nimble but easier to clean. I actually found the cleaning not too bad with this at all. I've been using the Sonicare for years. I was quite surprised at the overall cleaning on this brush. It's lighter, quite a bit lighter, the actual handle. It's definitely not as powerful as the Sonicare, but maybe also just because the smaller head, I could get it a little bit more easily in and around the mouth, and I found that it cleaned not too badly at all. It holds up okay against the Sonicare. The Sonicare has a smaller and a bigger brush head, and I use the bigger brush head, and this one's a little bit in between, so it's kind of a compromise. You don't get the different sizes. Now, price-wise, this is around $50 for this model on AliExpress. You can obviously get it retail in store or Amazon or something like that for a little bit more. But there are different Sonicare models. This is kind of like one of the higher end models, I guess. This device only comes in one model, and price wise it's usually around $19, $20, something like that. I bought it on an annual sale on AliExpress, so I paid $16 or $17, I think $16.99, something like that, which was pretty cheap and certainly much less than half the price for this thing. And I would say it ranks relatively well. I'd guess it's about maybe 70% of the clean, 70 to 80% of the clean value of the Sonicare. Sonicare is definitely a better clean, but I'm worried about that corrosion happening all the time. This one you may even get a longer life on. I haven't had it for years, so I can't say too much overall. But if you're on a little bit of a tighter budget, I'd say this is a pretty good toothbrush overall. It doesn't clean quite as well, but because of that smaller head, you can kind of move it around and manipulate it a little better, and maybe get a better overall clean, or at least as good of an overall clean, whereas you might get a little lazy. I find sometimes with the Sonicare, I know it's doing such a good job, I'm a little lazy with it. So packaging, everything came beautifully wrapped. There was plastic around the actual box and so on. So I've been pretty impressed with the packaging overall. So should you chuck it? Should you check it? Or should you go ahead and charge it? Well, I would say check it. It might depend on your budget. The Sonicare is a little better, but quite a bit more. You can get ones for $30 for the bottom of the range one, but even that's 50% more than this one. So depending on your budget and so on, you may well want to go ahead and charge this or check it somewhere in between. A little bit of a longer review for this particular video, quite a bit of detail, I guess more than I expected to have on a toothbrush, but nevertheless, if you've enjoyed this video and this video comparison between the products, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you're interested in either of these two products, you can find links to both in the actual notes for the video, and please go ahead and subscribe to our channel to get weekly reviews of what we've been buying from China. Be sure to hit the alarm bell button on the YouTube page to get notified straight to your inbox. Thanks for watching.